What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Crypto FUD. And let's jump right into this. Happy Thursday, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry, yesterday I did take a little break, but we are back here. We're back running. Wasn't too much going on yesterday. We had a nice little market was slightly running, but we're going to cover a couple things on a couple moves that I did make. But again, I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, guys. We have finally made it throughout the week. What a hell of a week it's been, right? Art's in the house. Owen, Gina, Rugged. What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. So let's just jump right into this. Before we even start off, let me see here. Make sure you guys are slapping those likes. Make sure you guys are hitting those likes. Let's get it out of the way. Let's do this. Let's jump right into this. So what's going on with the market, guys? Let's find out. So right now, Bitcoin is having somewhat of a little bit of a retracement, right? We are seeing a little bit of a retracement from the last week that we've been on a nice run. We knew this was going to happen, where we were eventually going to hit our head somewhere and need to retrace somewhat. I think the big picture of what we need to focus on is, where are we going to find support? Have we already found support? That's what we're going to figure out here, and that's what we should be really focused on, right? So right now, Bitcoin sitting around 63,769 to be exact. Couple things that I do want to note as far as with Bitcoin. So we did run up on our local high to about 66,130 is what it says. This was obviously about 2 days. Oh, this was yesterday, actually. Yeah, this was yesterday, and you can see since then we have started to retrace. First thing that I noticed with this chart is, obviously, if you zoom out, we broke out of the trend for this last 4 weeks. We have been moving down, right? We finally broke out of the trend. We were on a nice run the last few days. Like I said, we ran up a little bit above 66,000. We didn't come up to where I thought we were going to come up to, about 66,400 and retrace. We came right before it, which is perfectly fine. 66,100. Now, what I am noticing with Bitcoin particularly is, right now we are basically hitting our head at this 64.9. If you guys recall, I said this was going to be a big spot when we were down here, and I said, listen, when we start retracing back up, I pointed out a couple key levels, 64.9 being one of those levels where it's going to be a big spot for some resistance. It's going to happen, right? We've bounced off of this, finding support multiple times in previous months. You can see a couple spots right here that I have marked, right here and right there. So a few times, so when we're running up, it's going to be a spot for some resistance. It was support, now it's going to be resistance, but doesn't mean anything much. We eventually are going to break above that. Is it going to be right now? Who knows, right? Bitcoin works in mysterious ways. Tonight, we could look like we're heading down, and then tomorrow you wake up and Bitcoin's at freaking 68,000, right? So it's just like, basically, we know that it's bullishness right now in the markets, right? I told you guys this a few days ago. There's really not much that's going on that's really, that's going to cause any kind of a bearish or sell-offs in the market. Other than, there's a couple things that I did want to cover, and we are going to cover this. I saw it yesterday. This is yesterday's news in regards to the U.S. government. So we're going to cover that in a minute, and not political, something that they were doing as far as sell-offs causing the markets. Because if you notice, this isn't just Bitcoin. You see how Bitcoin's down? Look at the Dow Jones. Look at the NASDAQ. Look at the SPX. They all closed the day in the red. Yesterday they did the same thing. They closed it in the red. They have been pumping like crazy recently. We're going to cover that here in a second. Hopefully I can pull up that article. So like I said, for Bitcoin right now, hitting our head right here at this 64.9, not really doing much. It's basically giving us that indication that right now, it's just not that time that we're going to be blowing passes for right now. The 2-hour chart, you can see we did break below the 20-day. If you guys can see, when we were pumping, we were basically bouncing off this 20-day moving average, right? Well, now you can see since then, we're actually hitting our head on the 20-day, and we broke below. Now, we broke below the 50-day, hitting our head. So, what do I think is in store for Bitcoin as of right now? Well, looking at the charts at this split moment right now, like I said, anything can change. Tonight, we could just be running right back up. But looking at the charts for right now, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we maybe stay around this area, or if there's a little bit more of a sell-off, we find some support somewhere around 61.6. I'm not expecting us to break down and come back into this trend area down here sub 60,000. Like I said, anything can happen, right? So you have to kind of say this with, with the the notation that anything can happen, right? We can look at the charts and they look like they're going down, and we can be up, like I said, tomorrow. So, but the way the charts are looking right now, what they're giving me the signs is that we are going to probably look like we're most likely going to come back and retest somewhere around the 61.6, and we'll see if we can find some support. Hopefully we can, and we maybe might sit around in this channel before Bitcoin starts taking off again. But still very bullish, as far as, even short term and long term. You guys already know long term, I think we haven't even gotten near the peak of this bull run. So for yesterday, I made a move. Remember, I told you guys that I did buy ICP when we were down here at the bottom. Somewhere around this bottom, I did sell off my ICP for right now, somewhere around $10.30. And it's crazy. It just was like, it was like hitting me. I was up like 60% on the move. And I was like, should I sell? I was like looking at it, and I was like looking at my portfolio. I was like, you know what? I'm up 60% in the last 2 days. I was like, you know what? Take that win and kind of just go from there, right? You're always going to have more opportunities. And you know what? So far, I'm kind of happy with my choice. I could even buy in right now if I wanted to at a fraction of what I sold off. I'm not necessarily ready to buy in yet. So like if I bought in right now, I would basically get 6% more of what I want. But 6% is not enough, right? I'm kind of waiting to see. Buy zone now, like I said, I don't think we're going to be dropping down to these levels for any of these altcoins that we saw a week, 2 weeks ago. I really don't think that. Are we going to have somewhat of more of a retracement? Probably, right? Probably. So for ICP, for myself, I'm looking. I actually put this line right here because it looks like this was a spot that we were hitting our head on. So I put a little, I didn't want to go across the whole chart with this, but I did put a little small spot for some, this was resistance. This most likely will flip into some support if we even come down this low. So $8 and about 40 cents or below is going to be my my buy zone as far as me starting to add back in to my bag on ICP. But you better believe that I do anticipate getting more ICP here in the near future. Just wanted to take that 60% gain and kind of see where I go from there. So right now, Solana 159 pretty much right now, kind of sitting around. Solana doing the same thing. You notice how Solana came up 162. If you guys remember, I know you guys don't write down everything I say or anything like that, but if you guys remember, I called this level last few days ago when I was saying when we're going to be coming up. I didn't say we were going to hit our head on it. I just said this is going to be a spot for some big resistance. And that's exactly what it's been. That 162 has been a big spot for resistance. Obviously, we have broke above at around 163, higher 163. But if you look at the candles, look where they're exactly, look at them. This isn't a coincidence, people. You can see that they clearly are bouncing at a spot that we have marked as support/resistance, right? Obviously, right now, it is resistance. Solana, a little different. On the 2-hour chart, the 20-day moving average, it is kind of hovering around the 20-day moving average, looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin right now. You can see it did find support at the 50, and it has started to bounce up, trying to look like it wants to come back up, at least come back and retest these this 162 area. Solana has been a little bit more bullish today. I don't know if there's some news that I didn't catch, but you can see Bitcoin's down about a 0.1, but Solana's actually up 2.5% right now, right? Which is a little odd. Ethereum's up 1.3%, but we know why Ethereum's up, right? We know why Ethereum's up, obviously, because we got word probably on Tuesday of this week coming up, the 23rd, that we're going to see probably a 90-95% chance of Ethereum going live as far as their ETFs. Can that be a catalyst for us to move the market up? Could be. It very well could be. Looking at Milady, I got to update this chart real quick. Looking at our beloved Milady right now, she's not looking terrible. She's actually one of the few on our watch list that's up, and she's up on the watch list right now about 8.5%. So not looking bad, honestly. Holding a lot of her gains. The only thing I could say that is slightly bearish on Milady is that I was saying this the other day. She has not been able to break above the 200-day moving average. Now, this isn't our SMA moving averages. This is the actual 200-day moving average, and she has not been able to break above the 200-day for right now. So slightly bearish, but I will say if you look at the charts compared to Bitcoin, and a lot of these other projects, Milady actually looks a lot more bullish than a lot of these other projects right now. Obviously, like I said, up almost 9% for the day. If you guys can see on the right-hand side, our watch list, like XRP, down 8%. ICP that I told you guys I sold off yesterday, down 5%. Fetch 4. You can look at Jasmy's down 4%. The list will go on. We can actually pull up the bubbles. That's why we have these. And you can see pretty much a mixed breed. You do see a little bit of meme coins that aren't doing bad, like Dog with Hat particularly, that's up 11%. Athena is up right now. Obviously, Athena is going to be running anything right now that's Ethereum based is most likely going to be holding strong. That's probably why you're having Milady holding strong. I'm surprised that Mog right now isn't in a big bubble. You have Beam up, Bitcoin Cash up 1.5%. So nothing too crazy, nothing too big that stands out. But you can see majority of the market though is technically in the red. So a couple things that I did want to point out. Fear and greed index. You guys remember just 2 weeks ago we were at like 40. We've already jumped up almost 20%. I'm sorry, almost 50% from where that was at the neutral. We're almost getting close towards the end of the greed. If you really look at it, we're actually getting closer into the greed as of now, which isn't really a big thing. It's just kind of the reason why I bring this up is because you can see that usually is a indicator on how the market feels, right? How does the market feel as a whole? And you can see a lot of people majority of them are being bullish at that 57. They're still slightly right there in the half where you have kind of a mixed breed. You do have a big chunk of people that are probably sitting on the sidelines right now, hoping that we're going to continue to drop. Right, and then you have almost 60% of the market that's pretty much like, no, we're this is it, we're moving up. So we'll see who wins on that one, right? Art said he's holding Ordies. Let's see here, Ordinals. What's Ordinals doing today? 36. Come on, Ordinals, go down. Come on, Ordinals, come down. Can a brother just get some $5 Ordinals? Come on. Come on down, Ordinals. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, man. But I'm not. I need it. I need it. I'm zooming out. I just wanted to see. It looks like there's a freaking trend, though, on Ordinals from after it made its high. You can kind of see this, like, trend, right? See how this plays out. This is obviously zoomed out like crazy. This is back in the end of 2023. It's crazy. Ordinals is not even a year old on this chart. I think it is already a year old though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly when it came out. I don't remember, man, but definitely got a good play right there. So what is going on with crypto today, guys? What is going on? So what's happening in crypto today? Daily Crypto News Digest. So why is crypto down today? After several days of a significant increase, the global cryptocurrency market capitalization has dropped 1.3% over the past 24 hours, now standing at around 2.49 trillion. The large majority of the top 100 coins are down today, and it just gives us kind of a list of that. We already kind of went through that. As far as that, crypto trading volumes fall for the third consecutive months. So in crypto news today, the combined spot and derivatives trading volume on centralized exchanges continued to decline in June. It fell 21.8% to 4.2 trillion as major crypto assets remain range-bound and saw significant drawbacks. This trend began in March 24, when digital assets volume reached an all-time high of $9.5 trillion. Spot trading fell by 19.3 to 1.3 trillion, marking the third consecutive month of decline since the 2.94 trillion peak since March. So basically saying March was our peak for right now. Obviously, you can see, and that's pretty much goes in line with Bitcoin when it topped out for now, right? Furthermore, the derivative volumes decreased by 22.8% in June, 22.8% in June to 2.89 trillion. This is also the third consecutive monthly decline. Nothing too crazy. What's going on? I had a good article yesterday, and obviously we didn't go live yesterday. The one day I don't go live. See if I can find that article real quick. That it said yesterday Pepe was up 20%. Is that true? Oh yeah, it did run up. It did run up. It's finding some support right here at the 382, so not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. There was an article about the U.S. Treasury was selling off their assets yesterday, and that's why the is that June 7th? Okay, never mind. That's old. I was looking at this right here. It says Andrew Tate burns 10 million of new meme coin top G, but that's old. So wait, this dude's already had a few other meme coins? Really? Let's pull that up here. We'll come back to NFK. I already knew about top G, but I forgot about it. Top G's been out for a little over a month. I'm only pulling this up because, and I'm a fan of Andrew. I really am. But what's crazy, look at that. This thing has been bleeding out. What's crazy is, what's the other one? Daddy that's out? My boy probably jumped ship, and he's going to keep just bringing out, he's going to keep dropping meme coins on you guys because you guys keep buying in on them. Nothing too crazy. That article just reminded me that he's had a few other meme coins out, or tokens, meme tokens. Ugh, my back's killing me. Let's jump into other news, guys. So Bitcoin slumps towards 63K as speculation about Biden drops intensifies. What's going on, Pink? As the odds for Joe Biden pulling out of the presidential race soared over the past day, the chances of victory for the now crypto-friendly Donald Trump slipped on prediction market, Polymarket. Crypto markets were again in the red on Wednesday alongside a continued slump in the U.S. equity prices and swirling speculation about the presidential election race. Yeah, this is what it is. So this wasn't the actual. I wish they'll go into it and explain why, because the U.S. yesterday was selling off their assets like crazy. So that's why you're seeing the stock market coming down, or as of yesterday, today has closed in the red, and you're also seeing a lot of sell pressure for the crypto markets. So it says the crypto markets. I'm just going to reread it. So crypto markets are again in the red on Wednesday alongside a continued slump and the U.S. equity prices and swirling speculation about presidential election race. Bitcoin plunged to 63.5 from 65 in 2 hours during the mid-morning trading hours in the U.S. and was down 1.7% over the past 24 hours. The second largest cryptocurrency, Ether and Solana native tokens, held up somewhat better through each were also lower by 1%. The price action happened as the U.S. equities found themselves unable to bounce from a sizable decline earlier this week, with the tech-focused NASDAQ 100 down 1% and the broad-based S&P 500 dropping 0.7%. Uncertainty about the U.S. presidential election rose markedly in recent hours amid reports of mounting pressures from the top party figures for President Biden not to seek re-election. Why would that cause the markets to come down? Traders on the crypto-based prediction market, Polymarket, now see an 80% chance of Biden dropping out, up from 40% a day earlier. Meanwhile, odds for Vice President Kamala Harris become the Democratic nominee for the presidential race jumped to 63% from 15% a day ago. Alongside the GOP nominee Donald Trump's chances to win slightly tampered off on Polymarket to 65%, down from 70% high after surviving an assassination attempt last week. And what's going on with that? Obviously, we're not getting political. What's going on with that is basically now that the Democrats, they're thinking that the Democrats are going to be taking Biden. Like we pretty much can see that most likely Biden's going to be not going to be the Democratic nominee. They're thinking that Kamala Harris is going to come in So it's what it is. It's just giving a little bit of uncertainty as far as with these polls, because now they already had it in the bag. If it's Biden against Trump, a lot of people are saying that they're betting that Trump's going to win, right? But now that somebody else is going to be in the race, now they're like, well, we still do think he's going to beat her, but you see a little bit of a shift, because they're like, well, this could be more of a challenge, right? It could be more of a challenge, which obviously I'm trying not to get political, but are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? God help us. So the rebound in crypto prices over the past week were in part fueled by investors seeing increasing chances for Trump winning the election, with that a far more crypto-friendly administration in the U.S. These articles are trash today, guys. Let's talk about some cryptocurrency, because these articles are trash. They have me freaking over here talking political stuff. Don't want to do that anymore. Milady finally broke $100 million. That's awesome. That's not bad. Sean said, what up, fam? We was slaughtered. What are you talking about, bro? The markets? What you talking about, Willis? Looking at my watch list. This is kind of like my watch list for DeFi. Everything right now in the 24 hours is red. Let's see your call. Looks like it's come down a bit. Broke. Look at this. Call actually broke support level right here at that 55. Interesting. Come on, call. Come on down. Right when call, if call can come down to about $20 million market cap, I'm going to start buying in. So that's about 50% from where it's at right now. Uh-oh. Flips in the house. What's going on, bro? What is going on, man? Oh, look at this. Why isn't anybody talking about Mary? Bro, wasn't I just saying that I was going to buy some Mary? Or I was thinking about getting some Mary? Look at this. Mary's actually up 35%. Does anybody have any news on Mary? Why is Mary just suddenly spiking up? Mary's up 35% right now. I wonder what's going on. Looks like Mary literally is the only token on the Cronos ecosystem that's actually in the green that we care about. Something must be going on with Mary. Jay said hints of it getting listed. So they're doing this again? Oh, Lord. I hope they get listed, bro. Because if they don't get listed this time, mark my words, Mary's going to freaking, it's all over X. If Mary doesn't get listed this time, they're going to freaking crash so bad. Because this will be like the second or third time that they've had these people's hopes up, and then it freaking doesn't get listed for whatever reason, right? And I honestly don't think it's them. I don't think it's Mary, like the devs or anything like that. I think it's just Crypto.com. If you guys noticed, they listed Call, right? Call didn't really do as good as they expected. It had a nice run, and then it kind of retraced. Well, not kind of. It retraced a lot. And if you see, they're running some kind of a like promotion right now for Call, trying to get people to buy in on Call, right? You know, I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, this could either be a good thing, like they're just really trying to promote Call, or this could be, they're like, damn it, we need to boost, because they bought in an enormous bag of Call, right? So they're either trying to boost just to get the word out there, to just get people buying in on Call, or because the exact words were buy Call and hold, right? They weren't saying like just transaction. They were telling them to buy and hold on Call. So, you know, with seeing that, I'm like, I'm wondering if their sales are down like crazy for Call, and they're like trying to get their money back from their bag that they bought, or whatever the hell the case is. But I don't know. Whenever you see that stuff, obviously they're trying to spark up some volume as far as for Call or for any project. You'll see that periodically through meme coins that they'll have on there. So, but man, what the hell's going on with the markets today? It's like freaking stick a fork in my eye. Stick a fork in my eye, bro. Not literally. If you guys have any projects you want to look at, let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace. This is like the calm before the storm, because watch come Monday, our lives are going to be all livelier, right? Because the ETFs are going to be dropping on Tuesday, the 23rd. Next week's probably going to be back up and running like crazy. Don't play music. I'm gonna get copyrighted just because of that little 5 seconds of music. Owen said, "What's your exit plan on the meme coin crypt on the meme coins?" Honestly, dude, like not even just for meme coins, but for the whole market. You know, like my exit plan right now. You guys know how I am, right? You guys know I am. I've learned to not let the greed take over. So even when we're like like yesterday, you know, I ended up getting ICP towards the bottom, and I sold ICP yesterday, right? It's only been a few days. Like I said, I was up, you know, about 60%, 50 something percent yesterday on ICP. So, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sell off for right now and take my, take my gains and kind of just wait to see, because I was starting to see the market was hitting its head yesterday, right? It looked like the market was hitting its head. So short term, you know, I'm going to do stuff like that. But long term, like a long-term exit plan is I still have my seeds out there, aka I still have long-term investments that are just sitting there that even if I'm up, I'm kind of like just leaving them be, unless you guys always know what I say. If a project, let's just say I buy in on a project and I've had it for a while, I'm up 20, 30%, I don't really care. But if I go to that project and it's up like 200 or 300% out of nowhere and it's been like shooting up, a lot of times I'm going to take my profits just because I know usually it's going to come back down and I can buy back in, right? So that's usually, it's just like it's long, short, short, long, you know, kind of position moving that I do. But I do, for the most part, for any positions that I have right now, they're sitting there. Now what's my plan is to ride the bull market out, you know? So to keep dollar cost averaging in on those particular projects and basically just let the market do its thing, right? So, and like I said, long term, and I say long term as in like 6 months, a year, I do truly believe that we definitely have some more highs coming in on the market. I 100% believe it, right? So with that being said, I'm waiting for those times to where we can really, when we see the market get really explosive again and Bitcoin's making it up. We haven't even seen altcoin season yet, right? We talk about it all the time, but we haven't even seen altcoin season yet, right? So that's really what I'm waiting for is for us to really get in the thick of this bull run, really get into altcoin, really get into DeFi season, you know, stuff like that. Even though right now, other than NFK, I don't think I really hold any other DeFi tokens right now. Like I don't think I hold anything else as of right now. Like I have not been interested in buying in on any other projects as of right now, you know, for DeFi. So all right, I saw what you said, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Jay said just posted the screenshots on the Discord. Okay. Manny, what's going on, bro? What is going on? But yeah, so it's like for me personally, I have like two different categories of investments. I have my short term that I kind of just like move in and out. Obviously, I sell on whenever I'm in profits, and then I will buy whenever the markets are taking dips or whatever the case is. And then my long-term projects, I just keep dollar cost averaging in. Obviously, I wait for better days to dollar cost average in, right? So I just wait for days that were those particular projects are down. I don't even look to see like because obviously most of the time some of these projects I'll be in the red. They'll maybe go in the green a little bit. You know, they're back in the red. I know where my average is. So if it drops below that average, I just keep dollar cost averaging in on those projects, just kind of long term, you know, kind of playing both sides of the market, right? So instead of like just going, a lot of people just put their money in and they're long term. They're like, I don't care, because I think they don't want to deal with it, right? I personally want both sides of it, as in like I put for long term, but at the same time, I do have a chunk of money that I'm doing just, you know, small moves or quick moves, and per se. Quick moves, just making, like I said, for the ICP, quick 50% move, boom, picked it up, jumped out. Now I'm kind of waiting to reposition myself to jump back in. If ICP just shoots up, then I'll just wait, or I'll find something else to get my hands on, right? You guys know I am like a hawk flying around ordinals right now, just waiting. I'm going to get more ordinals than Art has. You wait, Art. I'm going to have more. I'm going to be a whale in ordinals. I'm going to be like, right when you say something I don't like, I'm like, you know what? I'm dumping ordinals, and I'm going to drop the price on you. Just kidding. Fun fact, there's only 21 million. Dude, that's another selling point for ordinals, man, is there's only 21 million ordinals in circulation. Telling you, this thing is going to be a freaking, it already is, but it's going to be a freaking beast. 21 million in the circulating supply is already, it's 100% out. Like, there's nothing that they can add, nothing. It's all there, everything. So there's only 21 million in circulation. That's all there ever is going to be, right? So, telling you, it's a long-term play right there, bro. If you become a millionaire, don't forget about me. Uh-oh. I was waiting for it. Boy Flip came and dropped the 20. Appreciate that, bro. He said, look over VeChain and Jasmy. Let's pull that up. I know VeChain particularly, for the last week was running. Obviously, it is down slightly today. But you see how for the week it is up 13%. Let's pull up the chart real quick. I look at like VeChain, because VeChain I believe is I know it's Asian, but I believe it's over in China if I'm not mistaken, right? I kind of look at VeChain kind of like how Jasmy is over in like Japan, right? So I feel like it caters to a certain market, a big market, right? The Asian market is not to be played with, and we can see the power they have obviously with Jasmy. And I'm kind of getting this. I see. Okay, so you got VeChain and Jasmy. So I'm getting a little narrative. Are you investing in the Asian market? Might not be a bad play there, bro. So for VeChain, oh man, my back is like so tight. I did back today, and it's like, whew. So for VeChain, bro, yeah, that might not be a bad play, dude. That might not be a bad play. What's VeChain at? About $2.5 billion right now. So I'd put this with the bigger market cap for sure. So you can see, obviously, this thing in the last, I'm thinking this is the last few days. This is zoomed out like crazy. So you can see earlier this year, obviously around February, March, we topped out at a local high at around 5 cents. Since then, we have come down. This local dropped it down to about 2 cents. And you can see right now you're currently sitting at around 3 cents. So with VeChain, you know, it's like Jasmy, bro. It really is. It's like Jasmy. Long term, I just think if you can just get yourself in good positions and just add to the bag, I think long term it's going to play out, right? You can see this was back in 2021. Obviously, this thing came and made an all-time high at around 28 cents right now. So it's sitting at 3 cents. Can Jasmy get back up to 28 cents? That's a good question, Flip. Let's find out. One thing I want to find out is the market cap. And I want to go back and see, okay, because this is a good way to indicate if they've released any in circulating supply since then, and they haven't. You can see the market cap for VeChain at one point was over $16 billion. This is obviously when it made its all-time high. So right now the market cap is around $2.5 billion. So this thing could easily run back up towards that $16 billion mark easily, right? So 3 cents, or if you're able to catch this thing at anything below pretty much where it's at, because you can see right now it's come up and it's hit its head at the 0.5, which is around that 3.4 cents. So you can see it's kind of looks like the rest of the market where it's had a nice run the last few days. Did it hit its head? Possibly. It's pretty much going to do what the market's doing. So in my opinion, long term, I would keep an eye out for this, and I would just be dollar cost averaging in like crazy. Right now, not a bad time to be buying, but if you can maybe have some patience, maybe anything below this 618 at around 2.9 or below, looks like it wants to have that support somewhere around that 2 cents is pretty much where it bottomed out when the market kind of went down the other day. So anything in between that 2.9 and 2 cents would be probably my buy zone for VeChain. And then obviously this is a long-term play for me. So Amor said, I'm so glad I exited VeChain in 2021. I mean, but Amor, you can say that for anything from 2021, right? Everything topped out 2021. Now, a lot of these alts have not made all-time highs, right? Obviously, Bitcoin made all-time highs. But if you think about it, a lot of these alts have not made all-time highs since 2021. Look at Jasmy. Holy crap. Jasmy, back in 2021, 36 cents is where Jasmy was at, right? So you can look at this chart for Jasmy and say the same exact thing and be like, you know what? I'm so happy I sold out on Jasmy in 2021. It depends on when you sold out too, because right at the beginning of 2021, we weren't even technically really running. At the end of 2021 is when the bear market was at its top. That would be obviously hindsight 2020 would be the best time to say, I'm so happy I sold out of whatever, fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? Anything in about November of 2021 was pretty much at its all-time highs, right? So that's why I'm telling Flip where you're at right now, as far as at 3 cents, anything below that 618, that 2.9 to about 2 cents for VeChain would be a solid buy long term, right? Long term. And I told you guys, what I'm doing is it's like split up. I have half my portfolio is long term, the other half I've been kind of getting in and out of positions as long as I'm up, right? So for Jasmy, same thing. We just zoomed out. Jasmy was all the way up to 38 cents, right? Right now it's at 2.8 cents. So you can look at Jasmy and say, damn, right now this isn't a bad time, which it's technically not. I think with some of these projects though, especially right now, if we're going to see a little bit of a retracement, not saying that's going to happen, but if we do have a little bit of retracement, you have some patience, you might be able to grab some Jasmy at like 2.5 cents, right? Not too long ago, I'm old enough to remember just a few days ago, Jasmy was all the way down to 1.9 cents. That was a freaking solid buy right there. So hopefully you picked up some Jasmy then. I actually was on stream saying that I wanted to, I was really like itching to pull the move on Jasmy, but I ended up buying ICP instead, which ended up playing out just as well. But like I said, see, if I'd have bought in, ICP's long-term as well, but if I'd have bought in on Jasmy, I don't think I would have sold. I think I would have probably just been holding on to it, because, Jasmy's got a freaking solid future. I think ICP does too, but something about Jasmy just seems like long-term, they got in the bag, right? When this freaking market just gets in the thick of this bull run, I feel like Jasmy's going to be, you know what I'm saying, just like top 10 project, so... Flip said 2021 is over. I hear you, bro. BP's in the house. What's going on? Flip, thank you so much for the $20, bro. If you have any more questions, bro, just let me know. But pretty much to answer both of those, we looked at both charts. Just be DCAing in both of them, bro. Not financial advice. But I think long term, it'll play out really well for you. BP's in the house said, Fud, do you know about Holochain, Hotcoin? I started stacking on that as it blew a cent, and I have a feeling it can surpass its all-time high. Oh, Holochain. I said Holocoin. BP is Holochain. I feel like I've heard of it, but honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anything about it. Are we talking DeFi or regular project? Holo or Hollow? What is this? Now I'm looking at it. I see Holo. Hold on here. I'm guessing it's one word. Regular, it's Holo. Holo. Oh, hot. There we go. You said it blew past the cent? What you talking about, Willis? So this has been out for a while, bro. I'm thinking this is like a new project that dropped. This thing's been out for a while. Hot? Never heard of it, dude. Oh, it's below a cent. Yeah, it's below a cent. I thought you said it blew a cent. I'm like, all right. I'm like, damn, that bitch retraced real quick, bro. I mean, its all-time high is 3 cents, like you were saying. So to be honest, bro, don't know anything about it. I mean, the market cap's at 300 million, so not too big of a market cap. It's trading on Binance, Bybit, so crypto.com. So it's on all the major exchanges. So it's got the potential, it's got the exposure, right? Now I'd have to do research on why this project would particularly intrigue me to like want to jump in on it, right? It's got a solid following too on CDC or CMC. Almost 70,000 followers. So, I mean, the project looks like it's been around for a little while. Do a little fib retracement on you, bruh. So, you can see, looks like that 786 is a big spot for some support. It didn't break above. And this is kind of the story on a lot of projects right now, right? We dipped down. We're coming up to a lot of these spots that were support, and we got rejected on a lot of these projects. So, you know, even for this project right here, you know, this isn't the bottom of the bottom. Obviously, the bottom's going to be over here, but, you know, I don't think you're going to be dropping down to those areas anytime soon. So, if you're bullish on this project, bro, obviously right now wouldn't be a bad time to just be DCA, and market cap's low, like I said, trading on Binance. So, could be a play. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. BT Master came in with some FUD. Said Solana was pumping, but NFK wasn't. What's going on there? I don't know. What's going on? You tell us. You sound like you're the chart master. What's going on, bro? We'll wait for your answer. You know I got you, BP. Amor said, Holden is the name of this game. I'm down hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm still holding hundreds of thousands of dollars. The hell are you doing, boy? Amor, you better, when we get into this bull run, boy, if I got to come through this screen, I swear I will. You better freaking take profits when we get it. And this isn't financial advice, but damn it, when we freaking get into the thick of this bull run, bro, you better be telling me that you freaking finally were in the green and you sold for some big profits. All right? Amor said, put me in chat, bro, when Milady hits $2 billion market cap. All right, you got it. You got it, bro. This is a project that I did buy in. I told you guys, ALI. This is a project right now that I'm technically in the red on. So I just keep dollar cost averaging in like crazy because the market cap is so freaking low that I'm like, I'm not even worried about it. I think down the road, this thing is probably going to have a nice little run. A small market cap AI project right here. $70 million. Not too shabby. It looks like we might see, or we might be seeing some kind of a bull flag playing out. We'll see. This is at least for Solana. I'll have to check Bitcoin as well. But we might be seeing somewhat of some kind of a small little bull flag. That's a sloppy ass bull flag, but we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if these projects, some of these, if we retrace and just find that support at some of these levels, like for Solana, would be 153 as some support. For Bitcoin, looks exactly the same as Solana, right? Sloppy bull flag that we could probably put up here, right? They don't need to be perfect, but you guys get the gist of what we could be seeing here. Some kind of a sloppy bull flag, but I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to retrace. Bitcoin comes down. I think a bullish move would be Bitcoin's coming down 61,600 and finding that support. Solana's up right now. Solana's up 2%, bro. Solana's not up. BTC Master came in here to fight today, huh? Not today, buddy. Amor said, okay, so people say we're in a bull market. Others say we haven't started. Which is it? Oh, we've definitely started. Dude, we hit all-time highs. We're definitely, like I've already explained, Amor, you should know this. You should definitely know this. In the last bull run, dude, we ran up, right? Beginning of 2021, we ran up to make all-time highs. And then we retraced and we sat down for like 2 months. Bitcoin was down, only to come right back up and jump up and make all-time highs. So if you really look at it, if you look at 2021, the whole time we were in a bull market, right? I guess the question is where do you say we begun, right? Where do you say we begun? For if you go back, this is 2021, right? Where do you say that we begun? Do you say we begun the bull market when we were up here? I think I say that the bull market started when we were probably in 2000. Let's see here. Why is it? I'm looking at the weekly. Okay, TradingView's not going back that far. You look back, this is 2020, 2021. I would say that we technically started the bull run in December of 2020 because you can see we started to take off. But in between that beginning of the bull market, look what the markets did. It just doesn't go straight up, right? You're going to have times where you're pumping like crazy and then you're going to need some retracements, right? Pumping like crazy needs some retracements. Pumping like crazy. And then is this where you say the bull market was over? I mean, I guess, right? You would say that. You would say that we probably entered into some kind of a bear market and we retraced all the way down. And this is obviously the last few years that we've come up. Now you look at where we're at right now. Oh, I'm looking at Solana. I'm like, bro, why does it not look the same as Bitcoin? That might be it right there. But I'm sure it's pretty much the same thing, right? I was like, something just doesn't look right. Let's pull up the other chart because this one has so many friggin' lines. Bro, I am slipping today. Forgot I got rid of that chart. But right here, same thing. 2000 and you go back here, 2020, right? 2020, we started lift off, right? But you saw retracements in between, and then bear market. 2022, technically the bottom right here where we bottomed out, you can say that was the beginning of a bull market, right? Even though we were down like crazy compared to our all-time highs, but you can technically say we were in a bull market because the definition of a bear market is 2 consecutive months being down 20%, right? Something like that. And you can, don't quote me, but it's something like that. 2 consecutive months, I believe, of being down. So, I mean, if you look at it, after we broke these lows, we technically have been in a bear run technically for the last 2 years, if you really think about it, because we have been steadily running up since the beginning of 2023, pretty much is what it looks like. January 2023 is when we started moving up for Bitcoin. So, I mean, you can look at it as that. That kind of scares me because if that's the case, then we've been technically in a bull run for the last freaking year and a half. And usually they run for about a year and a half, 2 years. So, I still do believe that we have not, because we haven't even seen altcoin season go crazy. And I feel like every season It's usually ends off with altcoins going absolutely berserk the last like 2 months. We haven't even seen that. We still have a lot of alts that have not made all-time highs. Just like when we pulled up the Solana, I thought this was Bitcoin. And I'm like looking, I'm like, what the hell? Solana hasn't made all-time highs, you know, and we can sit there and look at a lot of other projects. The same thing. They have not made all-time highs yet. So we haven't seen altcoin season yet, you know. So I still do believe that we have more gas in this bull run. And I do believe that we've been in a bull run since the beginning of 2023. That's my opinion, though, right? You better hope we're in a bull run, bro. Because if we go back into a bear market, I don't think half these people are going to survive, right? I don't think half these people are going to freaking survive, honestly. Crypto Masters over here flipping out about Solana and stuff. You imagine if we go into a bear market, these people are going to freaking lose their minds. One thing I wanted to pull up, guys, not that we have, it's not around the corner. It's less than 2 weeks, though. We have 12 days of Fed meeting coming up on July. Looks like, what is this, July the 24th. Solana to $700, bro. That would be freaking amazing. Solana goes up to $700. That would be so clutch, bro. That would be so good for NFK, for the whole Solana ecosystem. I think honestly, Solana is going to top out somewhere around 500 is what I'm anticipating. Somewhere around 500, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. So we have the Fed meeting in about 12 days, and it's pretty much written in stone. We are going to see no kind of a Fed ease. It's going to be basically just another pause. But September, look at September, guys. Remember, we have been mapping this for the last like few months. Look at September. Now 93.5% are calling for some kind of a Fed reduction or a Fed ease coming up in September, and technically 98.1, because you have 93.5 are calling for some kind of a 1/4 to 0.5%, and then you have about 4.5, 4.6% calling for even more at about 0.5% to 7.5 or 0.75%, which is outrageous. I don't think the Feds are even going to do any kind of reduction at 0.75 unless inflation next reading comes out and it's at 2% or 2.5%. Then they're going to be like, all right, they're going to start hitting the gas on the easing. But inflation's been doing what it's supposed to do. It's just trickling down slowly but surely. So that's what they're going to do with the interest rates. But regardless, like I told you guys, when this happens in September, notice I said when. When this happens in September, it's not going to be an overnight thing where the Feds reduced interest rates and the markets are all at all-time highs. No, but you will see a nice pump off of that news, right? But I think it's going to be a long-term effect where, like I said, guys, I honestly now, remember I was calling altcoin season? If you talked to me 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I was saying altcoin season was going to be around September, October. Now that we're approaching September, October area, I'm thinking that altcoin season in the top of the market is most likely going to be at the beginning of 2025. It could even go into maybe the first quarter, second quarter of 2025, right? Of the top of the market. And that would kind of go with how the Feds are going with their interest rates and as far as reductions from the Feds. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Manny Fresh says if Solana hits $500, we should be looking good on NFK, right? Bro, just think about it. Think about this. If no one even bought in, because just to clear the air, so Bitcoin Master was saying, he's saying, well, you always say when Solana pumps up, NFK is going to pump, and that is correct, right? But if Solana's pumping and people are selling on NFK, it's not happening, right? And when Solana started pumping the other day, when we got up to like wherever we got up to, 163, we're not even that far from there. We saw people selling off, right? We saw a couple wallets that sold thousands of dollars on, and our volume's not really that high. If you notice today, the volume has been stagnant. Yesterday, the volume was pretty stagnant. So it's not like this guy thinks that I'm saying if Solana pumps just miraculously without any buys or anything like that, Solana, our NFK is going, just going to shoot up 1,000%. It's not going to happen like that, buddy, right? We still have to get buys in. But what I'm saying is that, and listen closely, Master, listen. When our market cap and our liquidity is 100% in Solana, right? So when Solana moves up, obviously Our price at the time, you have to remember too, when you're looking at the current price, it might not be that price. You notice that when some people buy in or when people sell, sometimes like when people buy in, the price actually goes down. That's because on the back end, Solana's going down, right? So the price had to update itself. I know it's a little confusing, but just understand that when Solana gets to $500, if nobody was to put any more money in NFK, our market cap would go up whatever it is. So right now, Solana's at 160. If Solana just did a 3x, our market cap, our liquidity, our price would 3x with it, right? With no money, no additional money going into it. That's how it works. At the same time, if Solana is going up to $500 and you're seeing people selling at the same time, how the hell are we going to go up when our liquidity is going down as well? I know it's a little confusing, but just understand, obviously we need people, we need to continue to just keep dollar cost averaging in. The buys need to continue to keep coming in. Solana needs to keep pumping, and we'll run with it. But if Solana's running up, but people are selling off on some people are selling off on NFK, we're not going to move up, right? We're not going to move up. So I know it's honestly a little confusing. It really is. It really is. But just understand that we're on Solana. Solana is going to pump. It's going to, not only is Solana going to pump, but when Solana gets out, because you guys remember a month ago, we were talking about Solana's ETFs, right? Nothing's on the table now, but eventually it's going to be coming. Solana's ecosystem is going to absolutely go berserk. It already has. It's going to continue to build. Solana is in early stages compared to like where Ethereum is, right? Just have patience. If you believe, and this isn't just for NFK, but if you believe in Solana or anything that you're invested in on Solana, I think it's going to do really well long term, right? So that's all we can do. We can't control the markets. I can't stop people from buying and selling NFK, right? And I wouldn't even if I could, because at the end of the day, we're all here to make money, and people are going to take their little profits if they want. We can't stop that, right? But we can eat the dips, and we can hold long term, and we can reap the benefits, down the road whenever they do come. So that's it right there. That's it right there. We'll be fine. We'll be good. I mean, you're acting like the markets were absolutely ripping. We have rebound, but remember, Solana, if you really think about it, Solana just from March is still down like crazy. Remember, March we were at $210. We're at $160. I mean, we're still not, from those highs, we're still down 24%. So I mean, it's not like we just rebound from the drops that we saw in the last like few weeks. That's pretty much it. And we haven't really rebounded much. So, what's going on, brother? I'm out of my drink. But yeah, guys, so, what I'm going to say is, listen, today we retrace a little bit. We'll be fine. There's really not a lot of news out there as far as anything new going on in crypto. You know how it is. You got to keep feeding the people, right? People want it. They want what's new. What's new right now? Nothing much, and you can see the markets are kind of retracing. But this isn't just a crypto thing. The stock market today was in the red. Yesterday, the stock market was in the red, right? So something macro is going on, and I told you guys that the government, the U.S. government treasuries were selling off a lot of their assets yesterday, which were basically causing a sell-off in the markets. Some analysts I was watching yesterday were saying that they were anticipating it could go either way. The crypto can get brought down with the market, or people from the market, the stock market, might actually use crypto as a safe haven, like a leverage against the downward movement of the market. And you have to remember, the stock market has been pumping for the last like 3 or 4, 5, 6 months. It's been steadily making new highs. It eventually needs to retrace somewhat. We might be seeing the beginning of the stock market. Is it going to bring crypto down with it? It could, because now we are so intertwined with the with Wall Street, with ETFs for Bitcoin and stuff like that, that a lot of people that are buying ETFs, they're heavily invested in the stock market. So if they're selling off on their stock markets, their investments, they're most likely going to just sell off all across the board, right? Not even leaving Bitcoin. They're probably going to do that as well. So that's why we might be brought back into that whole wormhole of a stock market kind of going correlated with what the stock markets are doing. If you notice, in the last like year or two, we really haven't been running correlation with the stock market. We always usually were, but we kind of branched off. Now looking at today, we could see the beginning of what we might see the markets kind of going together parallel. So we'll see how it goes. We obviously will be here together to monitor it all, but for right now, I think just take it all in that we're good. Bitcoin has retraced. Remember, just a few days ago, Bitcoin was at 53,000. We're still sitting right under 64K. So things aren't looking terrible. We're seeing just a little bit of a retracement right now. You guys know I'll be the first to be very transparent and tell you guys if I think the markets are going to be heading down again. But for right now, doesn't look like that's what's in play for right now. So we'll see how it plays out, guys. But Crip, what sleepers you keep on tabs over there? What are you talking about? Oh, what sleepers? You mean like for projects? I'm like, hell, what are you talking about? My sleepers. My sleepers. So right now, bro, like I was telling everybody, so you guys know I bought in on low cap market caps. So you guys know, I know I've already said this like 4 times. You guys know I bought the dip on ICP, which isn't really a small cap, but I did sell off ICP yesterday. I don't know why or what, but I looked at my portfolio and I was up like 50-something% on ICP. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell off. I was like, I'm going to reposition myself. And I mean, like now I'm like, maybe it wasn't a terrible thing, right? But as far as low caps that I'm holding currently right now, I'm telling you, I'm not really holding much as of right now. I'm mostly in dry powder. But the only thing that I'm really like holding on to that I've been slowly dollar cost averaging in on is ALI. This, I've already told you guys this a couple times. ALI is a small market cap that's an AI project that I think is going to do really well. At least do what it normally does, and that's basically where it'll kind of go down into these abyss where it is right now, right? And look at these swings that it normally does, right? And these swings are not your little baby swings. These are not like your little swings that your grandma gets. These are some big swings. From right here to right here, 1,200% swing right there, right? 1,200% swing right there. Obviously, we're zoomed out. This is a long-term, this takes a while for it to do this. But you can see on the last swing, if you actually mark it from down here to where, right there, 350%. So, I mean, kind of just been, now that it's gotten into this little buy zone that it's in right now, I just been slowly but surely just dollar cost averaging in, picking up, just waiting. Even if I have to hold on to it for like a few months or even a year, I don't care. If I can grab a 1,200% freaking move on there, I'll let it sit there for a while, right? You're not going to get 1,200% from anything. So, all right, Flip. Y'all asked me. You guys need to start asking Flip. Flip's over here with all the plays. All right, my boy's over here. He just bought in on the whole Asian market. He's got himself some Billy. He's got himself my boy's portfolio is probably stacked right now. So Flip's the one that we need to be asking what the plays are. Yep. So, but this is a project that I've kind of been intrigued on buying. The only other project that I'll say right now, and you guys know I brought this up. I was talking to Art about it earlier. Is Ordinals. Ordinals is the other project that I feel like is still a small market cap. Right. This is a BRC20 token. This is on the Bitcoin ecosystem. Yeah, I know, crazy. Bitcoin. Right? Only other project that I can think of top of my head is like Stacks. That's on that's a BRC as well. But Ordinals is going to really move with Bitcoin, right? And you can see that Ordinals right now is not in a bad spot right now. And I've said this already, looking at the market cap for right now, it's a little bit higher than I want to buy in on, so I'm waiting. But it's right now it's about $780 million. But what I like about this project, like I said, smaller market cap, it's basically intertwined with Bitcoin, right? What Bitcoin does, Ordinals is going to do. And also, the circulating supply is only 21 million Ordinals in circulation. And that's the total max supply. There's nothing else that can be added to the project. Small market cap, small circulating supply. It has crazy fundamentals that are all built off the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? Wanting to bring in dApps, NFTs, all this stuff on Bitcoin that we don't really have. Ordinals is going to bring that and is bringing that. I think Ordinals is a solid play, and that's why I've been watching the hell out of Ordinals. I did, miss this dip at $25 the other day, and Art over there ended up buying up, and now he's been throwing it in my face that he's holding Ordinals and I'm not. So I told him I'm going to get him. I'm getting some Ordinals. I'm going to get a big bag of Ordinals eventually. So that's another play I'm keeping my eye on. I don't actually technically have any Ordinals right now. I'm waiting to see. We're going to see how this plays out. My buy was around $18, but we never actually, this was when we were coming down. And I said, you know what, if it breaks the 786 at around 25, I was going to buy in, and it freaking hit the 786 and bounced, and I missed the freaking play. Art, don't you, man, my boy is like just rubbing it in my face that he bought in on Ordinals. No, I'm happy for you, bro. Trust me, I'm getting some too, and we're going to sit there and celebrate together. We're going to turn this into the Ordinals channel. We're just going to strictly talk about Ordinals. But yeah, those are the two plays for right now. ICP, I'm getting right back into ICP. I told you guys I sold off. I am going to be getting back in eventually, so. Oh, how to said yo. Oh, I saw after I ended the stream, you said that you were going to the Moffitt Center. I hope everything works out for you, bro. Trust me, I personally have never been a patient there, but I've been there, if you know what I mean, man. So definitely, I hope they have. That's like one of the best around, dude. That Moffitt Center. So I hope everything worked out for you, bro. Good, man. That's good. Yeah, Moffitt Center is one of the best places, bro. People, you're lucky you have it in your backyard. People, when I used to go up there a lot. Fun fact: when I was a kid, I actually parked. I did valet parking up there. If you remember, I don't know if when you went up there, was it still where they make you valet park? So when I was young, I used to valet park up there, and bro, we would make like $50 an hour valet parking, but you'd have to run like 12 freaking miles a day working. So I was like skinny as shit, right? I would work for like 5 hours because they were like, "You're gonna work 5 hours?" Like, hell yeah, because I was getting like $50 an hour as young, and I was like, hell yeah. I was like, bro, I'll if I'm making this, I'll do it. I'd come home, eat, and I would just be dead. I would be dead. Like, you couldn't even a bomb would go off and I wouldn't even know. I would be so tired. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been up there. But that's, bro, I used to, like I said, I used to valet when I was long time ago. And I would, if you guys are wondering, it's Moffitt Cancer Center is what it is. So, but they're, it's still valet. Yep. So imagine where you were at, bro. That's where I was when I was a kid. A kid up there running around. So, Amor said, community-wise, I feel like Call has replicated the Shiba 2021 community. I'm just hoping something good comes from it. Art said, me too. Bro, listen, when I talk about Call, I don't want you guys to think that I'm like bearish. You guys know I've been telling you guys, short term, I am bearish. And I've been telling you guys this. I've been calling it and telling you guys this. If Call can freaking come down, I know you don't want to hear it, but Call needs to drop. It needs to drop because where it's at right now, you just have like it's stagnant. It's stagnant right now, right? So what I want to see for Call, and a lot of other projects that are similar, you want to see some kind of a dramatic drop. I think a dramatic drop will bring in the buyers like crazy, right? And it'll amplify this project, and it'll probably take it to new highs. Is what my opinion, what I think would happen for this. But for right now, there's nothing worse than this going sideways. It's gonna bore the hell out of people, and eventually people are gonna just be like, "Bro, I gotta sell off," right? And you're gonna slowly bleed out. right? Versus if you do the big drop quick and you get a big V-shaped recovery, right? But if you slowly, like we're talking about 3 months down the road and now we're over here, 6 months, we finally get down to here, something like that is going to just, it's going to bore people out. And they can keep coming up with listings and all everything like that, you know, and then you're like, well, how the hell do we get a big drop like that? You're correct. It's not something that you can orchestrate and be like, all right, everybody, let's sell off, and then we're going to buy right back in, you know? So it's just like, it needs to naturally happen, but something like that, something needs to give, right? Because this thing has been chopping around. If you really take out these little swings, this price that it's at right now, it is technically been around here. This is even before the crypto.com exchange. It was sitting around this area for a little while. This is back in April. So, I mean, it feels like it's been so much longer, but it's only been 3 months. Really. 3 months. Look at what wallet? Oh, this wallet right here. Bro, what are they doing? They're just buying and selling. This wallet is not crypto.com. This wallet's not crypto.com. And you know I'm going to tell you why? Oh, what the hell? This wallet looks similar. I thought this was one of the devs. I mean, it is probably one of the devs. Look what they're doing. They're just buying and selling. They're literally just buying and selling. That's weird. I wonder why they're doing that. Well, we know why they're doing it, but is something wrong here? This is the only person that's been buying in all day? That's odd. Bro, look at this. All day today, the dude's probably put in. Bro, it's over like 200 transactions just today. That's a little odd. You said there was an ad during the... Yeah, that's YouTube trying to get their money. They're saying, someone said that is CDC's wallet. It could be. I mean, I don't know. Let's click into the wallet and let's see what they have. Let's go into their wallet and see what they have. I feel like... Oh, shit. They have $100,000 worth of of shit, so... Let's see. Nah, there's no way this is Crypto.com's wallet. Well, they have $73,000 of Wrap Crow, $20,000 of Tether, $10,000 of USDC. This could be, guys. This could be one of their like little small wallets. I wouldn't roll it past, honestly. I would not roll it past. This C4 right here, this right here is a for 100% fact, this is a dev. This C4 guy has been... What's crazy is they're not showing us everything from back here. That C4 wallet, and I'm telling you the other wallet, bro, I was like heavy in call, like just monitoring everything. Those two wallets are, from what I think, are dev wallets, is what I'm thinking. Now you guys can correct me, but I remember them doing the same thing. They've done it. They're not doing it to be malicious. They're doing it because they're trying to keep the volume up, right? So this same wallet's doing the exact same thing. And let's click in and see how much money this person's got. Look at this. Now, something's odd here because this is saying the same thing. They have $73,000 of... is this the same wallet? It is. What the hell? What am I doing here? What's going on? Bro, what in the freaking hell is going on here? Did you guys see that? So I clicked in. Let me exit out of here. So this is the one wallet that's been buying like crazy. The 8 whatever. You click into it. Now it's changed. That's weird. Am I reading this right? This has 20 million crow. All right, this one probably is crypto.com. Yeah, that is probably crypto.com. 20 million freaking crow? Holy shit. These boys aren't playing. I don't know what's going on here, guys. But call needs to drop so we can pick up. You better believe. I know a lot of people are like, why are you wanting call to drop? I'm telling you, for the longevity, I think call, this would be good for the project. A lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines would probably jump in on call, right? Nice V-shaped recovery. Build the hype back up. Get that momentum going. Get everybody talking about call again. Nice. So, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it... I'm just going to call you Ski, because at the end it's Ski. So he said a community member told an analyst on all the top holding wallets, you can check Discord and get that link for context of what the wallets are and do it. Nice. Hell yeah. Appreciate the info. I mean, listen, I don't give a shit if it's crypto.com or if it's a damn if it's a dev member, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if it's a dev member, you know that they're just basically trying to just keep the volume up, right? Keep volume up, transactions, for multiple reasons, right? One, for them to stay on crypto.com, I'm sure they have to have a certain amount of volume consecutively, right? And then also they want to make sure that they stay on top of the like the deck screener and all that good stuff. So in order for that, they have to make sure they keep their transactions and their volume up. So, but like I told you guys, short term, slightly bearish on call. You know what I'm saying? Slightly bearish, but long term, I'm very bullish, and I keep telling you guys, call is the biggest meme coin on crypto's DeFi ecosystem. There's no other project that has a bigger community or per numbers. You can say Corgi AI, but if you really look, I'm looking at liquidity wise, right? Corgi AI has maybe a little bit over $1 million. They have about $1.6 million in liquidity. If you really look at call, you know, they're pretty much right now, you can see call has $3.6 million in liquidity, right? So they're well over what, and that's just for on VVS. MMF still has like another million or whatnot, and then whatever the hell's on crypto.com. You know, so I think long term, when we get into DeFi season, when we get in the thick of altcoin season, a project like Call is poised to just go crazy. So everybody that's out there that's holding, make sure you guys just understand the long picture, right? We've been covering Call since the day it dropped. Since the day it dropped, I dropped Call. I ended up just stumbling across it whenever it dropped. That early morning, you guys remember, and I dropped it in the Discord, and I had everybody in the Discord, we were buying in on Call when it was at like $400,000 market cap, right? Obviously, you guys know my story. Sad. I freaking sold. I did make some good profits, but if I would have held, I had almost $1 trillion, and now at the top, that would have been, you know, up there, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 worth, and I did not get that. I got a fraction of that. I did make some good money on Call. Like I said, I bought a big bag of it when it was low, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I saw dollar signs, right? I saw dollar signs, but I do have intentions on getting back in. You know, just kind of waiting to see what's going on, and if it does do some kind of a nice drop, you better believe I'm grabbing my position back. So. Hell yeah, bro. Ski, that's awesome. That's awesome, bro. We're gonna have you as our call analyst. You can come in every day. We're here, obviously around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can come in and kind of give us. You can come in and give us if there's any. And I'm being serious. You can come in and give us any insight or any news. We do have a couple of the guys that are in our Discord. They're in the Discord for call as well, and they'll kind of relay messages as far as anything that's going on. But as of late, nothing too much has been coming over. So, you can be the call hype man and let us know what's going on. So Old said he had 750 million call and sold. You mean 750 million or 750 billion? That's about, I had about 700, I had over 700 billion at one point. And I sold, made some good money, and then I bought back. You guys remember on the channel I was telling you guys live, I was like, I just made like $3,000 off of a move on call because it was like going crazy, you know, the first like month. Amor said, yeah, because I'm banned from the call Discord for spamming NFK. My boy. Well, now we got Ski. He'll come in here and relay the message. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Amor, you're boy. Hey, you did it for the team. You did it for the team, bro. Don't worry. It'll pay off for you. You're good, brother. All right, guys. Well, listen. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much. If you guys haven't already, slap that like. Make sure you guys hit that like. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe. I know nothing crazy was going on today. Don't worry. You know how the markets work. 1 week it's kind of like, you know, and then next week we're going crazy. We're like, ETFs and we're pumping, NFK's up 1,000%. And you guys know how it works, right? So keep your heads up. Keep dollar cost averaging in if you're long-term on any of your projects. And I will see each and every one of you guys tomorrow. All right, guys? I thank you guys so much. Be safe out there. I'll see you, all right?